Hey y'all, I'm the old man. Let's try this again, shall we? Let's try this again. I recorded one of these, and what had happened was, help me out. What had happened was, I recorded it, right? And then I posted it on YouTube, and then Alphaless watched it. He was the first one to watch it, and he's like, I think you need a new headset, my friend. And he was right. I sure do need a new headset, because it was all staticky and everything. So, here we are. Again, I'm gonna do another run of this, and this one, can't take it. Yes, you can. And this one, I'm going to do it right. See, the first one, I was like, this is going to be a speed run because I know this game so well. I'm going to fly through it. And it went okay until I got to the place where you have to use the sling and the sword. And I realized that I hadn't gotten the sling and the sword, so I had to backtrack all the way back to get it. And then I died in a bunch of places that I don't normally die in. Like, I accidentally jumped out of the window in the Sphinx room, and so yeah, it was just that playthrough was a comedy of errors. So I'm actually kind of glad I'm redoing this, so that I don't have to. That was just, yeah. This time we're gonna do everything correctly, and I almost didn't do this today, because I'm getting old. And when my mom passed away, I moved her rocking chair into the living room from where her room was. And now all I want to do is sit in my rocking chair and rock and occasionally put on like music videos and stuff. And I do that way too much. And so I got done. It's early in the morning now because I can't sleep in ever for some reason. And I went and got groceries, and then I came home and I'm like, I really need to re-record Shadowgate. And I didn't. I just wanted to sit in my rocking chair. Just rock. Like an old person. Oh. Getting old's hard, y'all. But at least I got this stuff now. Let's see if I can remember. I don't think this is going to be like a speed run. I don't think I am really capable of a speed run. But this is one that I can kind of fly through. And I do kind of like to see sometimes like how quickly I can get through it. So that is going to be this run. I'm going to try to get through this as quick as I can. But the cursor does seem a bit slower than the cursor on the Nintendo version, I feel like. I feel like that's the case. Oh, and the other last playthrough, I forgot where key 4 was, even though, like, it's right in front of your face, and you just have to do one thing with it. Yeah, it was not a good playthrough, y'all. And you don't know the embarrassment of grabbing your stone and then realizing you don't have the sling. This is very bad. Yeah, so... And this is the collection. There's a 8-bit anthology collection. I know it's on PlayStation. I'm not sure if it's on Xbox or not, and I don't think it's on Switch, even though it totally needs to be on the Switch. I don't know why it wouldn't be on the Switch. So this is this. That's why you see that border there, which normally I turn off the borders in collections like this, but because this game isn't very action intense, oh my gosh, I can talk. I'm professional. Because it's not action oriented, it's a lot easier to just have those on there. Oftentimes I find them distracting. So like in the Castlevania collection and the Mega Man collections, I don't even bother with them because they're like I said, they're distracting. So, but this one is fine. So this 8-bit collection has Shadowgate, it has Uninvited, and it has Deja Vu, and they're all pretty good. Bloink. Let's get our sphere. And they're pretty good. I mean, this is a good... Not that it's... I would think it would be pretty hard to screw these up. I mean, just... There's not much to... I don't know how you'd screw it up. So, that's good. So they're good. And I would say if you like those 3 games, you should get them. And someday I am going to do Deja Vu and probably The Uninvited too, but I don't know. The Uninvited is definitely not my favorite. And a lot of people don't, I don't know if a lot of, I'm sure if you're watching this video you already know this, but The Uninvited was the last to come out for the NES, but the first to come out on the computer, because I think this was on Macs. Part of a, like, called the Mac Venture series, I guess. And we don't even need the helmet. I don't think we need the helmet. I'm gonna put it on though. But I don't think you need it for anything. Because nothing falls on your head. At least I don't remember, but sometimes my memory's a bit faulty. Anyway, so the Mac Venture series, and the first one was The Uninvited, the second one was Deja Vu, and the third one was Shadowgate. And I think that you can definitely tell, because when I went to play The Uninvited, it definitely seemed a lot more simplistic than either Shadowgate. Wow, really? Okay. I thought you had to light them. Never mind. Okay. Oh, why am I using the... Why did I do that? Oh my goodness. I guess this is a great start, guys. This is a great start. So The Uninvited... oh my gosh. So The Uninvited was... Are you kidding me? Doing great, y'all. This is a great run. So The Uninvited, I played it and I was not impressed. Like, this game has items that you don't use, but you do kind of need to pick them up. But there are so many items in The Uninvited that are just inventory trash. Like, you don't need them, they don't help you, they do nothing. And that was not good. I did not like that. And also I just didn't like, and then I think I got stuck on the last guy because there's like some puzzles that are even more obtuse than these puzzles in this game. And I was hanging out with Alphaless last night and we were playing board games and Diablo 3 because I'm a PC gamer now apparently. And we were talking about some of the puzzles in this game and that they were just not very intuitive. What on TV tropes would be called moon logic puzzles. I don't know if TV tropes came up with that, but the YouTuber, her name's Pushing Up Roses, she does a lot of adventure game stuff, and Pam, who is Cannot Be Tamed, is her channel, and she does a lot of adventure game stuff, and they call it moon logic puzzles, which is basically something that you would never even think to do without having a guide, which all games have sometimes. But adventure games are particularly grievous of that. But I didn't really play a lot of adventure games as a kid because I never had... I feel like I'm forgetting something. I never had a PC. I only had the Nintendo, the old Nintendo, and then the Super Nintendo, because... But this was in the early 90s and late 80s, early 90s, and really computers were not something that just everybody had. Like now everybody's got a laptop, or I mean now people don't even really have, I don't even know if people have computers, they just have computers in their pockets now. But I mean, to have a desktop computer, take the dang cloak. To have a desktop computer in the late 80s, early 90s, that was like you was rich. And if I had a friend that had that, you can bet I was always like, hey, could we play the computer games on the computer? And they always wanted to go outside or do something. I was so annoyed with that. Like, what do you want to go outside for when there's a perfectly good computer here to play? And we don't need that scroll. I mean, we could take it, but I don't think I'll need it. Right? We'll be fine. Learn our first spell. So I did have a friend that had a Mac, but he didn't have any of these games. And I had another friend, actually they were brothers, they were two friends, we went to Latchkey together. And they had a computer, and they had this game that I never, to this day, it was so fun, but I can't remember the name of it. but it was very, very Gauntlet-like, with monster generators and things like that, but you could go in there and edit your own levels and make your own levels, and that was like friggin' amazing to me at that point, because, you know, I wasn't used to that sort of thing. Yeah, give me my spell and get the heck out of here. I think this is Humana. Yep, Humana. We'll use exactly 2 times. Maybe 1 time, actually, because we spear the troll the first time. And the next time we use Humana. So, yeah. So, I never had that. The closest I ever came to doing computer gaming was I had an uncle that had, like, a Commodore 64 type thing. And he had a bunch of games, and he... sometimes, depending on his mood, because he was a total... oh, that's not important. He would let us play games on that computer, and so I played a lot of old arcade ports of it, and I played like the Ghostbusters game that I actually still like to this day, even though it's not very good, and the NES version is absolutely terrible. But break this glass. So that I had experience with that, and I also, my grandmother had this old Tandy computer, which was, that is where I played a majority of any adventure games, because again, the uncle that was a jerk, he usually got games for it and brought them over, or just stole grandma's. I don't know which one it was, because he, as I said, he was a turd. Now it's the spear. Okay, spear's handy, so we can just... And so that's where I played like King's Quest and Police Quest and Gold Rush and Leisure Suit Larry of all things. Which, just to prepare you, a Let's Play of that is going to happen. I can do that. I can do... Oh, I can't move the spear into him, even though that's totally how you would do that. But whatever. Whatever, game. Let's be picky like that. And I need another torch. Sometimes the music here is not that helpful in telling me when my torches are, or whatever. What else? So what else did I play? So I played Manhunter San Francisco. I kind of wish that was available somewhere. There's a game called Gold Rush. Did I say that one? And I looked on Steam, and I was like, oh, Leisure Suit Larry and Gold Rush are on here. So guess what we might be getting Let's Plays of? Well, I can tell you for sure that Leisure Suit Larry's happening. That's gonna happen. But yeah, so, and some of those games, really, Leisure Suit Larry and Gold Rush were the 2 that I liked the most, oddly enough. And of course, I liked the Leisure Suit Larry one because it was dirty. Well, dirty, and it was full of, you know, adult humor. No, it was full of juvenile humor. That absolutely the worst juvenile humor. But I was that age, so it was adult and that it was about sex, but it was juvenile and that it was not, it's not adult. It was stupid. But that's gonna happen. So put the kids to bed when those videos get posted. I haven't even played that yet, so you don't have to worry about that. And it won't be vulgar or anything, I don't think. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. And Gold Rush is probably happening as well. And if I can find a decent copy of Manhunter San Francisco, that might happen as well. But we'll see. I have a lot of plans now, see, because I have time. And so I have plans to do more Let's Plays, like Final Fantasy IV is probably going to happen. And the Pixel Remaster of Final Fantasy IV. Because I've wanted to do Final Fantasy IV for a good minute. What else? Chrono Cross is... Okay, yeah, I can't open a key. That does make sense. Chrono Cross is coming out with a remaster, so that Let's Play I started like way back when I did one video of it. That may happen as well, where I tour the endings of Chrono Cross, because I love that game. And I'm going to tell you what, this is going to be a little controversial, but the book is open. I can read it now with my glasses. You know, because I need glasses now because I'm a friggin' old person, and now when I look at the liner notes to my CDs, I need to get my reading glasses out. And then my oldest comes in and is like, haha, boomer, you have to wear glasses. What was I saying? Chrono Cross. So the Chrono Cross remaster, I would probably say that's going to happen too. There's a game that Alphalist turned me on to called Vampire Survivor. I'll probably do a couple videos of that. So, good. It's nice to have plans again. Despite all the terribleness that's happened, I'm getting to the point now where... Because people usually say, you know, it's going to get better. It's going to be worse until it gets better. And that is absolutely true. And I'm finally coming out of the other side a little bit and am able to kind of appreciate what's good. And do I need anything in here? Oh, I need key 6, yeah, for sure. I thought there was a scroll in here for some reason. Getting out to the other side and kind of appreciating life again and appreciating the good things that I've gained. Let's take the 2 stupid things that I need for 1 screen in the game. I think this was the puzzle that Alphalist said that took him forever. Was trying to get the water out of the floor. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, good grief. But I never played the originals on. I do remember on my grandma's old computer, I was set upon myself that I was gonna make Mega Man 3 for some reason. I don't know why I thought I could do this, because at the time Mega Man 3 hadn't come out yet. It was just Mega Man 2, and I was gonna make a Mega Man 3. And so I was gonna like invent the Robot Masters and draw the levels out, and apparently I was gonna build a game engine. Excuse me, with a Tandy computer and make a competent side-scrolling platformer by myself. Sure. So anyway, I invented a bunch of Robot Masters, and the only ones that I can really remember are I made Chain Man, who had chain whips, obviously, and I actually made a Shadow Man before Shadow Man was a thing. Now, I'm not saying that I invented the Shadow Man for 3. I'm just saying that we both thought of a Shadow Man, because my Shadow Man was different. I can't remember what his gimmick was, but it was different. And I cannot remember any other mans that I made from that. Oops. Okay. Wrong key. Hey, at least I don't have to go backwards and do stuff yet. I might have to still, because you know me. I can't do anything competently. I'm gonna open all these dang old doors, right? Up here. Where's 4? I just got it. There it is. I still, after 30 years of playing this game, can't remember sometimes. Do we go this way? Yes. This is where we want to go. Answer a riddle. Burnt and beaten, drowned, nails to... Okay. Horseshoe. He doesn't kill you. And this is in my other playthrough, I pointed at the window because I wanted to see if the Sphinx would kill you if you tried to move past him, but he didn't kill me. He just sat there and wouldn't let me pass. But I did manage to jump out the window. So that's something. Isn't that? Oh, gosh. But yeah, getting out of the other side of all of the grief from last year has been very nice. And I've been losing more weight, so I'm seeing numbers in my weight that I haven't seen in years and years, which is nice. And really, sometimes unfortunately, the answer to a lot of things is just time has to do its thing. Time does its thing, and then get therapy too, because I may be born again, but I also believe that therapy is a good thing that everybody should do if they feel they need it, as is medication, because it's not something to be ashamed of. It's just something you do to make you feel better. Or help you feel better. Let's take this. And here's the Hellhound, which we need to use water on. Not holy water, just regular water. Just gonna dump some water. Oh, I guess it does say it's holy water. Thought it was just like water, like Dasani bottled water. And the dog's like, "Oh, oh. Must you give me that? Dasani is disgusting." That was my best Moira from Schitt's Creek. That show was good too, by the way. Definitely had one of the better, what am I looking for? Star. Had one of the better gay couples on TV that I've ever seen. Not that I've seen a whole bunch, because obviously I haven't, but definitely one of they were like a decent functional couple that's not like the two from Modern Family that I absolutely can't stand because they're terrible to each other. But really, I think the best, if I'm gonna rate gay couples in media, is Dr. Culver and Stamets from Star Trek Discovery. Definitely my personal favorite, and their little family that they made. It's absolutely adorable, and I love them. What am I looking for? Rod, that's what we need. talking about Discovery, which yesterday I just washed Discovery that was out in my backyard, and Captain Burnham was like, "Hey, could you give this a wash?" And I was like, "Sure thing," because anything to be next to a starship. No, I watched the season finale to Discovery, and it was so good. So good. I don't care what anybody says. That's a good show. It is, well, it is now. Like, the first season was and then the second season was and then the third season was like, and then this season was like, oh. That's my review of the seasons of Discovery. And Picard's, this season of Picard's pretty good too, though we're only like 3 episodes in. Now we gotta backtrack. But this is appropriate backtracking. This isn't because I forgot something. This is, you have to do this backtracking. Which, who the heck is gonna even, like, would anybody, I wonder, like, I don't know if I would, if I was playing this game, even remember that there was the 2 bridges. Like, would I even remember that after, like, because if this is your first time playing this game, this scene may have been like forever ago. Let's just use it on the ground. Let's just dump it on the ground and see what happens. Yay! And thankfully, the whole thing lasts just long enough for me to go get this thing and then cross the bridge again. Where is my wand? Wand! There you are. Definitely not the most intuitive inventory system ever. I've tried to play the remade Shadowgate, because Steam has and I did buy it on Steam. I can't use what I didn't take. That's pretty deep, game. That's pretty deep. What was I saying? Oh, there's a new Shadowgate there's a new Shadowgate on Steam, or new-ish. I mean, it's been out for like forever. And I did buy it, and I did try to play it, but I didn't get very far. And I guess I could have used a walkthrough and done that, but I don't know if I've said this in games before, but I have a hard time wanting to learn newer games because I'm old and I just don't want to anymore. Like I just don't want to. I just want to play the ones that I know, and that's it. That's not to say that I won't play new games. I'll obviously play new games, but I definitely am past the point of wanting to like really dedicate myself to learning a game, like, and 100%ing a game. Like, I don't 100% games anymore. The last game I 100%ed was actually, it was Spider-Man. I actually got on PS4. I got the actual platinum trophy on, which never happens. I never get platinum trophies. And then the other one was Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I got the platinum trophy on that one. So a game has to be like really, 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 where is my ring? There it is. Really, really fun for me to want to 100% it. And with Spider-Man, it was just fun. Like, that is like peak Spider-Man playing. Like, it was amazing. Where's my spell? And of course, Symphony of the Night, or not Symphony of the Night. Might as well call it that. Symphony of the Night 2. Bloodstained was like Symphony of the Night, and I adore Symphony of the Night, so obviously I played that game to death. And I think it really was definitely... It was exactly the kind of successor we needed. Or needed. We didn't need it, but we wanted. I think it was a good successor. But my only problem with it is there's like too much... It's almost too much crap, because there's like, they put crafting in it, and I've never been a fan of crafting. And it's in like every game now. I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? Oh, no, I didn't do it wrong. I'm awesome. Scree! And so there's so much just crap to find, and Symphony of the Night, when you found something, it was immediately useful, and like it was a sword, it was something, you didn't have to schlep it back to town and then build something out of it. Like, it was just... Yeah, so that part I didn't like that much. And then there's like little side questy things where you have to like kill a certain amount of enemies and then you get something. And that part was a little bit for me. We're almost done. Wow, I did fly through this game. So that part was a little wasn't wild about it. But the gameplay was spot on. And had a large bestiary, lots of weapons, lots of just different options for things, and that was great. And it had the area of sorrow. What do I want to say? The like where you gain powers from enemies. That was pretty good. Speaking of Area of Sorrow, they have a Castlevania Advance collection, and I thought maybe I could do an Area of Sorrow Let's Play, but I'd have to like do a... Sometimes also, what will decide whether I do a Let's Play of something is if I have to do a practice run or two of it. And if I do, I'm like, do I want to do that? Like, I don't know if I want to do that. Because again, it's time, and also the older I get, the lazier I get. And I don't know if it's lazier I get, but I definitely like I have to do like adult things, and that really sucks, and that means I don't want to do fun things. That's right. Now this is a speed run, if you can call it that. of Shadowgate. Shadowrun? Shadowgate. Apparently I get those two confused. I was informed by Alphalus that I apparently confused those two. So if I'm saying Shadowrun, I probably mean Shadowgate, and if I say Shadowgate, I probably mean Shadowrun. So who knows? Let's put a pin in this, shall we? Yay! No deaths this time. No backtracking except for what actually needed to be backtracked. Yay, go me. after I record this, I'm going to go take my walk for the day, because when the kids aren't here, I have time to exercise. And I was 233 this morning, so I started at 277 in November, and now today I was down to 233, so I'm pretty happy with that so far. And I'm going to have a cheat meal tonight. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to have one. I'll probably record some more today, too. So I took some days off, and yay, we got the king's daughter as a reward. Because women are tools. No, they're not. That's kidding. That's sarcasm. Please, don't say, I have daughters. I don't. That was a joke. That was sarcasm. And there's credits. Yay, credits. We're not going to watch these credits, though, because it's just for the reissue, and we don't care about that. No, but seriously, no, that was just a joke. Please don't kill me. I'll see you next time for the next thing.